Isn't it rich? Aren't we a pair? Me here at last on the run, you in midair. Sand in the clouds, isn't it bliss? Don't you approve? One who keeps tearing around, one who can't move. Where are the clowns? Sand in the clouds. Just when I start opening doors, finally knowing the one that I wanted was yours, making my entrance again with my usual flair, sure of my lines, no one is there. Don't you love fuss? My fault, I fear. I thought that you'd want what I want. Sorry, my dear. But where are the clowns? There ought to be clowns. Well, maybe next year.
Oh. Did you hurt yourself?
Oh, hi. I thought you'd gone home.
Well, I've still got a few things to clear off my desk. What are you still doing here?
Well, I thought I'd take advantage of the time and practice up a little bit before Sarah gets here. Hope I can still walk when she gets here.
You know, I think she already went home.
Yeah, I know she did, but she promised to come back and give me a few pointers. I have a lot to learn, and very little time to learn it.
Well, the first thing you have to learn is not to wave your arms around.
But I'm afraid that I'll bump into something.
Well, you just get to know everything in the room, and you put all the furniture in a mental clock. For instance, this sofa. It's at 12 o'clock. And since you're right up against it, you know that that barber chair is at 4 o'clock. The phone booth over there is at 9 o'clock. And then you count the steps between each thing.
But how do I remember all of that?
Well, once you're really familiar with the room, you don't even have to count the steps anymore. It's all tucked away in your memory. So you don't even have to think about it.
Shouldn't have hired me, Bo.
You can't be serious.
I've never been more serious in my life, Mrs. Gordon. Is the daughter Viki gave birth to either Megan or Sarah?
That question is so absurd, it doesn't even deserve an answer.
I'd like one anyway.
Look, I don't know how in the world you came to these fantastic conclusions, but I have no intention of sitting here and listening to your fantasies.
Fantasy? Not a fantasy. If there's been a fantasy, it's been yours and Roger's. For thinking you could keep something like this a secret forever.
Just let go of my arm.
Mrs. Gordon, I've always been a firm believer in a person's right to privacy, and under any other circumstances, I would never infringe upon that. But this concerns Viki as well as you and Roger.
I have nothing to tell you.
Your reaction has already told me a bunch. You know the truth, Mrs. Gordon. You know the truth about Viki's daughter. Now, for her sake as well as for yours, please be honest with me.
Look, I'm warning you. I'm not going to allow you to harass me or upset my daughters with your wild suspicions.
Mrs. Gordon, I don't want to hurt anyone, especially Megan or Sarah. And I will do everything I can to prevent that. But I can't do that if you won't tell me the truth.
I am telling you the truth.
No, you are not. Mrs. Gordon, the pieces all fit. Roger knew Viki years ago. He's already admitted that. Now, I suspect that Roger was Viki's lover. I also suspect that Victor Lord convinced Roger that it would be best for everyone if he took the child and raised it himself and kept the secret from Viki. Now, I'm not blaming Roger for this, and I don't want to punish him for it. I just think it's time that the record should be set straight once and for all.
Look, Roger's coming back from Europe in a few days. Why don't you just talk to him?
Oh, Viki has tried that. He's stonewalled her every step of the way. Now, maybe Roger doesn't fully understand the emotional agony Viki has been going through, but you're a mother, Mrs. Gordon. You must understand it.
Look, both Roger and I have the deepest sympathy for Viki. But the truth is the truth. Megan and Sarah are our daughters.
Yes, but only one of them is your natural daughter. The other one you adopted. Now, Mrs. Gordon, look, for 25 years, you have been blessed with watching her grow up and with teaching her and loving her and being loved in return. Well, that love isn't going to change. Don't you think Viki should have a chance to love her too? Don't you think she has been deprived long enough? Victor Lord never gave a damn about the environment. And the money that he supposedly gave Roger for enviro care was really for another reason, wasn't it?
Mom, are you all right? What's going on here?
Megan, your mother and I are discussing some business, so if you'll just excuse...
No, I think that you're the one that should be taking a hike, Mr. Buchanan. So if you'll excuse us.
You know, I'm flattered that you hired me to be a consultant, but, you know, you could have saved the show some money and done it yourself.
No, no, no. You're the expert. That's why we want you here to help us make this story just perfect.
Okay, boss. Well, it's a wonderful storyline. I'm going to do whatever I can, Mari Lynn, to make it easier for you.
Good. I want the audience to really believe that the character Tiffany has gone blind. I'll work as many hours as you need me. It's not like I have anything better to do with my time except worry about Wade. Look, forget that I said that. I don't want to feel sorry for myself.
No, you have it right. You're going through a real tough time right now.
Well, compared to losing her sight, it rates about a 3.
No word from him?
No. Rafe's put on an APB on him, as well as on Christine and her father. Probably go to the post office someday and see his picture.
Or you might just get a letter from him, explaining everything, saying that he's on his way home.
Well, I like that thought a lot better. I'll hold on to it.
All right, atta girl.
I'm gonna go get my other script so that I can take some notes.
Okay, I'll be here.
The writers are going to have the breakdowns ready tomorrow afternoon, so maybe this weekend you could read them. Let us know if there's any changes that you suggest.
Sure.
Because I want this storyline to tell it like it really is. I want the fun times as well as the sad, the courage as well as the fear. You know, Dee Dee was always laughing at herself, telling jokes, trying to make other people comfortable. And talk about courage, I'll tell you, Sorry.
It's okay. You're entitled to your memories, you know.
The trick is to not let them blind me to what's really important now.
Honey, what are you doing here?
Just stopped by for a cup of coffee. I didn't realize Wanda had changed the place into a nightclub with you as the headliner.
Well, I didn't exactly know this was going to happen either.
Were you telling me you just stopped in for coffee, too?
No, Wanda called me, and she asked me to come over here, but she said it was terribly important and to wear one of my designs, but she wouldn't say what it was. I got here, and she and Dennis conned me into singing, really. Honey, I tried to call you, but I couldn't reach you, so I just decided to go for it.
Delilah, oh, you were so wonderful.
Thank you.
Wanda, can I have a minute alone with my wife?
No, Silly, you cannot. You cannot, because I don't want you to give her a hard time, because it was all my doing. I called her up, and I told her to come here, and I told her to wear a gorgeous dress, and then she walked in the door, and I hit her with the fact that she had to sing here tonight.
She told me.
Okay, now listen, Rafe. Asa Buchanan has finally come to his senses that a woman can have a career of her own. Now, if that old stubborn mule can be grabbed screaming into the 20th century on this one issue anyway, then you can too. I mean, Delilah, Delilah can be a good mother, and she can be a good wife, and she can be a singer. She really can. She can do it all. And it's only if your macho prejudice won't let her do it.
You're the one that has to put aside your prejudices, Wanda, because you see, I'll never forget what I just heard. Honey, you were incredible, absolutely incredible.
Oh, Ray, thank you.
Believe me, the pleasure was mine. That was a fabulous rendition of my favorite song. And as for you...
I know. I went a little too far.
Macho prejudice.
All right. We will discuss that later. Now, what do you say you go find a table someplace and you have a big, lovely dinner and it's on the house?
Thanks, but at first I got a surprise.
Delilah, you were sensational. That last song was unforgettable.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you liked it.
No, it wasn't just me. Everybody in the place felt the magic.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, thank you for all that praise. I'm getting lightheaded.
Well, you have every reason to be flying high, but if you can keep your feet on the ground a couple of minutes, I have a proposal.
Oh.
Now, the singer I hired to open up my nightclub has been giving me nothing but grief. She was all ready to sign the contract, and then she decided she wanted more money. Then she decided she would only do one more set on Fridays and Saturday nights, which is our busiest night. I've had it with her.
Well, if she's giving you this much grief now, I mean, before she's even signed a contract, imagine what she's going to do when she signs on the dotted line.
Yeah, I can't imagine it. I should have said to hell with her and signed you when you were free. Now, I made a mistake, but I'd like to rectify that. I'm even willing to beg anything to get you to open my club. You set the terms, and we have a deal.
Oh, Rob, thank you. It's a wonderful offer, and your confidence really touches me.
So do we have a deal?
Oh, I want to say yes, but my original instincts were to think of my family. I mean, they are first.
Can't you do both? Wanda says you can, and I think it'd be a shame not to use the beautiful voice the good Lord has given you to bring some happiness into other people's lives.
Rafe?
Say yes.
I'm with Rafe and Wanda.
Rob is offering you a contract on your terms. You can't ask for a better deal than that.
Honey, we talked about this before. That's why I turned Rob down.
Well, a guy can change his mind, can't he?
This will mean a lot of big changes for us, you know.
Well, sure, but if I'm going to move in the 20th century like Wanda says I should, I'll have to make some adjustments, but we'll make it work together.
Oh, honey, thank you. Rob, I would love to sing at your nightclub.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you.
I would like you to meet the new star of Rob's new nightclub.
Congratulations.
You did it! All right, I think we should get a pat on the back, too. I'm going to go get us some bubbly to celebrate the whole occasion.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, you.
Sarah, listen, this storyline is not going to be a testimonial to Dee Dee. And I'm going to do everything I can to stop living in the past and start living in the present.
Look, Bo,
Sarah, I don't blame you one bit for being uptight because of my memories of Dee Dee. It's just not fair to ask somebody to compete with them.
I'm not in competition with anyone. Really, I'm not.
Okay. Do you want to have dinner after you finish coaching Mari Lynn, just you and me?
I'd love to. But I can't tonight, Bo.
Why, do you have another day?
Yeah. With a stack of scripts about up to here.
Well, I won't keep you out late.
Look, Mari Lynn's going to have a million questions tomorrow, and unless I do my homework, I'm not going to have the answers for her.
Okay, what about tomorrow night?
I want you to know that I'm taking this consultant's job very seriously.
So am I.
So give me a minute to get caught up.
Hi. Sorry it took so long.
No problem. Let's get to work.
Okay, great.
Sit down.
Your charm is identical to your wife's. Non-existence. First, she bombards me with a bunch of questions, and now you're attacking my mother.
Megan?
I'm sorry you feel that way. I was simply trying to clear up some inconsistencies in your father's story about EnviroCare.
Oh, and now you're calling my father a liar. Well, no wonder my mother is so upset.
Honey, that's not what he meant at all. You're being very unfair.
Unfair?
Yes, sweetheart. Look, you came in at the tail end of a conversation. You just jumped to a conclusion. Honey, I'm sorry. I think you owe Mr. Buchanan an apology.
No, that really isn't necessary.
Look, despite her outburst, Megan has a big heart. We're just All used to protecting each other.
Well, that's a very admirable quality. Mrs. Gordon, I didn't mean to cause you any pain. And if I did, I'm sorry. I apologize. It wasn't my intention. Goodbye.
Thanks a million, Mom. I come to your rescue and make me look like the bad guy.
Look, honey, I'm sorry, but you've got to curb your instinct for lashing out at people. It just makes things worse. Now, if you'll excuse me.
No, now wait a minute. Where are you going? I'm not going to let you just sweep this under the rug. I want to know why Clint Buchanan was asking you all those questions.
I only hope that Wanda made a tape so I can enjoy the rest of your performance.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if she did. Nothing would surprise me about tonight. I remembered all the songs without a rehearsal.
Yeah, I'll bet you're glad you did.
and I sang in the right key. I didn't forget any words. And you got to hear your favorite song.
Yeah, and how? I fell in love with you all over again.
Well, I'm going to have to sing that song more often.
In case you don't know it, lady, I am crazy about you. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make you happy.
I'm going to find out if Wanda does have a tape recorder so we can make a tape of this and play it back when times are tough.
This is a piece of cake.
Honey, it's not going to be like this, though. I mean, I'm going to be working hard, many hours, learning new material, working Friday and Saturday nights.
You can manage.
Yeah, but what about you? Since I've been back, you're used to getting home, finding Sammy bathed, ready for bed, dinner on the table, or dinner in the oven, depending how late you're working.
Yeah, I can handle Sammy's baths, and I've cooked plenty of meals, thank you. It's no big deal.
Oh, honey, I don't want anything to upset our relationship. I can't lose what I already have.
Listen, you want to sing, I want you to sing, so you're going to sing. Nothing bad is going to happen to our relationship. It'll just be another challenge. We may stumble a couple of times, but once we get the hang of it, it's going to be smooth sailing. What?
I think I just fell in love with you all over again.
Why aren't you smiling? I mean, everything is falling into place for you. Are you worried that Delilah's going to change her mind before she signs the contract tomorrow?
No. She's got her husband's approval. That's all we needed.
Are you concerned that the renovations aren't going to be finished in time for the opening?
Well, if they're not done, I'll have to finish them.
I'll help you. You'll see, everything's going to be perfect.
If we can fill the place.
Well, that's where advertising comes in. You do have an agency working on that for you, don't you?
Well, of course, but if we don't get the right people in right away, it'll never get off the ground.
Well, how did you handle that problem with your clubs in Europe?
Well, I had a lot of connections with the international sets. There was no problem. But now I've lost touch with all those guys, and I'm sorry. You asked me to come to dinner, and you didn't need to hear my problems.
No, I'm having a wonderful time.
Well, that won't last if I keep in this funk about my club, so I'll tell you what. We will put all of my problems aside until tomorrow.
What is so important about Victor Lord giving Dad the money to start Enviro Care?
Oh, honey, it's just a misunderstanding.
Well, now, wait a minute. Do they think that Dad tricked Victor Lord into giving him the money? Is that what this is all about?
No, nobody's accusing your father of anything.
Oh, Mom, Clint is definitely accusing him of something. And obviously, he thinks you know about it. Do Clint's questions have something to do with the secret you were going to tell me and Sarah?
Look, you're just leaping to conclusions again.
I've obviously hit a nerve. I must be on the right track.
Look, Megan, I just don't have the energy for this right now, all right?
Mom, what is the secret?
Megan, you are the one who said you wanted to wait till your father came back so that you could listen to his side as well.
All right, well, I've changed my mind. I want to know now.
Yes, well, I'm sorry, but I promised your father that I'd wait. And this is the promise I intend to keep. Look, sweetheart, in the meantime, try not to let your imagination run wild. Very soon, we'll tell you the whole story.
Yeah, I know that.
Down at your side. Because, you know what? Everything that you're going to need
Okay.
is going to be just about waist height. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
So why don't you try to go around the couch over the chair over there by the window?
No, it's perfectly... Now, Megan Gordon, okay?
Whoa.
Oh, God, Mary Lynn, I'm sorry. You all right?
No, I'm fine. I just forgot to count the steps. Can I try it again?
Yeah, sure.
You know, why don't I go get the cane, and then you can teach me how to use it.
Okay, great.
All right.
It's okay. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I gotta... Bye. Good night, Sarah.
Good night.
Hello? Oh, Mr. Buchanan. Phone for you.
Seconds from a clean getaway. Thanks. Bo Buchanan. Hi, Megan. What's up?
Can you make some time for me tomorrow morning? I know you're up to your elbows in work, but...
This is really important. I need to talk to you.
Well, that's no problem. I can rearrange my schedule, I think. Why don't we meet at Heavenly Hash at about 9 o'clock, okay? That way we won't be interrupted every 10 seconds.
Yeah, that would be great. I should have a break around 9:30.
Okay. Hey, would you rather meet tonight and then you can tell me what's bothering you? I'm free.
No, I'm tired. I'd rather do it later.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Am I going to worry all night about you?
No, I will be just fine. Thank you for rearranging your schedule.
It's no problem. You know, Megan, I'm always going to make time for you. All right, I'll see you in the morning. Good night.
Good morning, sunshine.
Oh, good morning, sweetheart. I was just about to come in and wake you up.
Yeah, well, I'm only half awake. Come on, let's go back to bed. Let's continue our celebration.
Oh, honey,
Come on.
I'd love to. No, I can't, though.
You going on a trip or something?
No, I'm just going across town to a photographer's studio. I'm getting my pictures taken today.
At this hour?
Well, honey, it is 9 o'clock. Excuse me.
Well, who gets their pictures taken at 9 o'clock?
I do. It's the only time that I could get. Do my eyes look puffy?
Your eyes look fine. Why don't you get yourself another photographer?
No, this guy's the best in town, and he's filled up for the next 3 weeks, so it's either now or never.
Where's Sammy?
Oh, she's getting dressed. Listen, honey, I need you to do me a big favor. Could you make sure that she gets to school on time? Also, that she gets her breakfast. She likes 2 soft-boiled eggs, and when you put the bread in the toaster, make sure the setting is on light. Otherwise, it'll come out burnt to a crisp.
Well, why didn't you tell me the toaster was broken?
Honey, it's fine. All you have to do is make sure that the setting is on light. What time do you have to be at work?
Oh, 10 o'clock.
Could you do me maybe another favor? See, Sammy gets out of school at 3 o'clock, and I'm supposed to pick her up, but maybe could you take a late lunch break and get her, and so I don't have to?
Well, this is an all-day photo shoot?
Well, no, except Rob's trying to schedule an appointment with an agent after that, and I'm not sure what time the appointment will be.
Oh, why do you need an agent? You already have the job.
Well, I know, honey, but Rob seems to think that an agent would negotiate my contract much better.
Oh, Herb can negotiate it for you.
Mommy?
Honey, oh, good morning, sweetheart. Listen, I will call you later, and we'll work out all these logistics.
Mommy, will you help me with my hair?
Sweetheart, Daddy's going to help you this morning.
Well, why can't you do it?
Well, honey, I have an appointment this morning, and I'm on the run.
But I haven't even had breakfast yet.
Oh, sweetheart, I know, but Daddy's going to help you with breakfast today.
Where are you going?
Well, I'm going to get my pictures taken. I'm going to sing at Rob's nightclub.
You are?
Yes, what do you think of that?
You'll be a star.
Well, I hope so. We'll wait and see, though. Give me a kiss. Mwah. Kiss? Okay, you guys, have a great day, and I will see you later.
Okay.
Oh, honey, make sure that Sammy doesn't miss her bus, okay? Bye.
Bye.
Will you help me?
Oh, sure. Come on. Now.
Ouch, Daddy, you're pulling my hair out.
I'm sorry, honey. I haven't done this in a little while. It's got a little tangling. I'll try and be a little more careful.
Ow!
Pumpkin, I am sorry. Your mommy's better at this than I am, but I got a feeling I'm going to be an expert again before long.
Mari Lynn, take your cross downstage, please.
I'll meet you in the library at 5. 5 sharp. 5 sharp. Great.
Whoa. Tiffany has not lost her eyesight yet, Mari Lynn.
You all right?
Yeah, embarrassed, otherwise I'm okay. Bye, Roxy.
Okay, camera 1. Tighten to a close-up of Roxanne as we fade to black. Thanks, folks. We'll take a break, and we'll pick it up in the dean's office. Give me a little tighter shot of that, okay?
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Here's the information I told you about last night.
Oh, terrific. You know, I'm getting a little frantic about whether or not I'm going to pull this thing off. My blind storyline is coming up soon.
Don't panic. You're going to be great.
All right. Well, thanks again for bringing this over. I'll read it right away.
Okay.
Did you get my message? I called you earlier.
Yes, but I figured since I was coming over, I'd see you here anyway. What's wrong?
Well, I was hoping that you could tell me. What are the Buchanans doing butting into our lives?
What are you talking about?
I ran into Mom and into Clint Buchanan at the restaurant last night. Clint was hassling Mom and asking her all these questions about Dad. I just told him to get lost.
You did what?
Well, somebody had to stop him, Sarah. I couldn't let him continue like that.
Look, I know Clint can seem a little rough sometimes, but basically he's a pretty good guy. I don't think he would go out attacking Mom.
You were not there.
Okay, look, I know I wasn't there. But I know the Buchanans, and they're kind, decent people.
Well, kind, decent people do not go prying into other people's private lives.
Well, he must have had a reason. Did he say anything?
No. And Mom didn't say anything either.
Then I drop it. It's none of our business, I guess.
No, it is family business.
Look, if Mom wanted you to know, she'd tell you, Megan.
Well, I am not going to wait around for her to tell us. I intend on asking Bo some questions this morning when I have breakfast with him.
You're having breakfast with Bo to get some information from him?
Yeah. I figure if the Buchanans can nose into other people's business, we can nose into their business.
Look, just don't make any trouble, all right?
Sarah, I'm just going to ask him some questions. Now, I'll see you later at rehearsal.
Look, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to rehearsal. I have something I need to take care of.
Mari Lynn, hi. I was waiting for the break in rehearsal so I could talk to you.
Casey, hi. I'd love to talk to you, but I have a lot of information to read over here.
Yeah, I understand, but this came for you, and I thought you might want to see it. The guy brought it over about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, my God, it's from Wade.
Mari Lynn, please don't cry.
I don't believe this. It can't be.
What can't be? What's wrong?
Wade says that he loves Christine.
What?
He says that he wants to stay in Canada with her.
Is he
He
crazy?
says that our marriage is over. And that he wants a divorce.
What's wrong with him? Is he crazy?
Well, I knew that Christine wanted him all along. I guess her charm finally won him over, huh?
But how could he love anybody else but you? How could he even look at another woman?
Well, we've had our problems, Casey.
Well, if you love someone, you work the problems out. You don't run away and pick up with the first girl that gives you a smile and a wink. Well, the guy's a creep, Mari Lynn. He never deserved your love. You shouldn't be wasting your tears over him. Maybe that girl did you a service by showing you what a real, true creep he is. You deserve better. A whole lot better. You deserve a guy who'll love you with all his heart and take care of you for the rest of your life. That's what you deserve.
You know, if he wanted a divorce, why didn't he call me and just talk to me about it?
Because he's a coward, that's why.
Casey, Wade may have a lot of faults, but he's not a coward.
This letter proves it.
No. Wade didn't write this letter. This is a hoax.
Old girl really had it in her to carry the evening now, didn't she?
She did a mighty fine job. Of course, there's a young girl who deserves most of the credit.
I told you, Delilah has a voice like an angel.
I'm not talking about Delilah, but her guardian angel, Wanda Wallach.
Thank you very much. You should take a bow, too, you know. Okay.
No time to rest on our laurels. We have that breakfast crowd to feed, and I'll take her back into the storeroom just as soon as we get a breather.
Right, okay. And I will call the security system, and I'll have a guy come over to check out the alarms.
Save that service call. I've already fixed it.
Oh, Rob, Coco, how you doing? She signed a contract?
No, not yet, but this afternoon, I think. How about that table over there?
Oh, you can have any table you want. Of course, I expect the same courtesy when I come to your table.
You got it.
Oh, you got coffee.
There you go. Even though you called and asked me to breakfast, I'm picking up the check.
Oh, I hope I didn't embarrass you by picking up the check last night.
No, not at all. I consider myself a thoroughly modern man. Besides, I know you would never have been happy unless you found some way to pay me back the money that I gave you in Monte Carlo. So the score is even. From now on, I pick up the checks.
I think this might really even out the score.
What is it?
Open it. It's on Alicia's. It's filled with the names and phone numbers of her friends and acquaintances.
Why are you giving it to me?
Because those are the people who are going to make the opening of your club a big success.
I don't believe it, Coco. You're incredible.
Well, not really, but thank you.
How do I ever thank you?
Just say, thank you, Coco.
Thank you, Coco. Does your aunt know about this?
Of course. I told her about your problem, and she volunteered the numbers of her friends. Most of them are my friends, too, of course. I'll be happy to go through the book with you and make up an A list and a B list. I'll even make the calls for you.
What about your own work at the magazine? Aren't you busy?
Oh, Alicia can do without me for a little while. After all, if I'm going to feature you in our magazine, I want to make sure you're a big success. Since your brother wouldn't give me any answers, I decided to come to you. Now, we've always been honest with each other, and I think I deserve to know what's going on here.
First of all, why don't you calm down? Otherwise, you're going to cause yourself to have indigestion.
If someone was attacking your family, I don't think that you'd want to calm down. Tell me that if I wasn't going around asking questions about your father, you wouldn't go through the roof.
First of all, you know that Viki had a daughter that was taken away from her after she was born. You also know that Viki is looking for this daughter. She is desperate to find her, which makes Clint just a little bit desperate, too. See, this is a very emotional situation, Megan.
I understand that. But I don't understand why my family has to be dragged into it.
You told me yourself that Victor Lord gave your dad the money for EnviroCare.
According to Viki, yes. That's assuming that Viki is telling the truth, and at this point, I don't know what to believe.
Viki Buchanan does not lie. If that's what she told you, then that's the truth. And she knows that Roger knew Victor Lord, so she probably figures that he can tell her a little something about that period of her life. And that's probably why Clint was talking to your mother. But then you came along and raised holy hell. You blew the whole thing way out of proportion.
Yeah, well, if you're not telling the truth, believe me, I will raise holy hell.
I'm telling you, there is no Buchanan conspiracy against your family. But if we feel that somebody has a clue about Vicki's daughter, we're going to check it out.
You're not very good at lying, are you?
No, I'm terrible at it. My face gets all red and I start to twitch like that. So I'm telling you, Scout's honor. You're spinning your wheels.
Okay. I'll believe you for now. If there is a conspiracy, I'm happy to know that you're not involved in it.
You don't give up, do you?
After Dee Dee was killed, I didn't think that Bo would ever find any joy in his life again.
He seems to be enjoying himself this morning.
Yeah. And you know something? I've seen him laugh when he was with Sarah, too. They seem to be two very special sisters. And I have a feeling that he doesn't know which one he likes more, Megan or Sarah. Now, if you're going to have a dilemma, that's a pretty good dilemma to have.
Yes, of course. Send her in. Sarah, what a pleasant surprise.
What are you trying to do to my family, Clint?
I beg your pardon?
What kind of information were you trying to get out of my mother, and what is it that you think my father's done? Obviously, it has some connection to Viki, and I want to know what it is.
Now, wait a minute. Just hold on. Why don't you sit down and take it slow from the top so I can find out what you're talking about.
Don't try to tell me that you don't know what I'm talking about, because I know you know. And I think it's time someone around here leveled with me.
Oh, wow.
Shocker, isn't it?
I know you're going through a terrible time, but you did the right thing by calling me instead of trying to protect Wade.
Rafe, if I thought that Wade really wrote that letter, I would not have called you. I'm sorry, but no matter what he's done, I still love him. And I'm not going to turn him over to the police without talking to him first.
Mari Lynn, listen to me.
Rafe, listen. I don't think that Wade would have typed his signature on a letter to me. Not even that type of letter. I think that someone is playing tricks on me. Maybe it's Randy. He said that he wanted to get even with me for not helping him. This is just the sort of thing that he would do.
How could Randy have known that Wade went to Canada?
He could have read it in the paper.
It wasn't in the papers. We kept the story quiet.
And somebody else wrote it.
Hun, Wade did help Leo and Christine escape. He got them into Canada with fake IDs.
Rafe, I've been thinking about this ever since Wade left. Why he hasn't called me. And there can only be one explanation. Leo forced him into helping them. Wade would not intentionally break the law.
Hun, I'd like to believe that, but so far there's no evidence to support it. Now, the last couple of weeks, Wade has been willing to do anything to help Christine and her father. Everything points to the fact that he also willingly went to Canada with them. I'm sorry. Can I keep the envelope?
You can keep the letter, too.
No, you hang on to it.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna contact the authorities in Canada, have them check out the town that this was sent from. If I find out anything, I will call you. If you need me for anything, please call.
You want more coffee?
No, I drink too much at the studio as it is.
A studio. Do you think Sarah will be at rehearsal today?
I don't know. She brought some stuff by earlier for Mari Lynn. She said she might be back later, but I don't know.
Well, after last night, if I'm there, I doubt that she'll be there.
Oh, really? What happened last night?
I just started rattling on and on about Dee Dee. And even when I caught myself, I didn't have the sense to stop. I just talked about how courageous she was. And it blew any chances I had of taking Sarah to dinner.
Why?
Come on, Megan. I mean, would you like to compete with a ghost? Nobody needs that.
Well, I don't consider that competition at all.
You don't?
Well, no. Dee Dee was your first love. She has a special place in your heart. Every time that you see a dress that she might have worn or a card that she might have enjoyed, if you hear music that you shared together, memories are going to come flooding back. That's normal. You shouldn't try and repress that. You should enjoy it. I think it's very healthy. If you want to talk about Dee Dee in front of me, that's fine. I'd love to hear more about her.
You would?
I just said so, didn't I?
Well, I'll try not to monopolize your time with Dee Dee stories.
Well, it takes a long time to mend a broken heart.
You seem to be doing all right.
Yes, except every once in a while I get a pang right here. But I will survive. Maybe I'll have another cup of coffee.
No, well, I think we better get back to the studio. We're going to be late for tape.
Oh, come on. We've got plenty of time.
Megan, I'm the producer. I'm the captain. I run a tight ship. So if you don't leave this place right now, you're going to have to walk the plank.
Yes, sir.
Sarah, all I have are speculations. I was hoping that your mother could confirm or deny them for me, but I guess I'm just going to have to wait until your father gets back from Europe and take this up with him.
Well, what kind of speculations?
Let's wait until your father gets back. I could be totally off base.
But you don't think that you are?
I'm still only guessing. I don't have any facts. It could be nothing but a string of coincidences.
Well, I'd like to hear them.
No.
Clint, I broke a promise to my father. I went to Viki and I told her that he knew her when she was a young girl. Now, I also told her that the only reason my father went to Michael Grand's party was to try to find some connection between Michael Grand and Viki's kidnapping.
I know that. Viki told me.
Then don't you think I deserve a little consideration here?
You gave Viki facts. I don't have any facts. If I did, I'd share them with you.
Clint, you're a reporter. And I know you have a reporter's mind. You collect bits of information, and you toss out what's not logical, and what you have left, you piece together like a puzzle, so that even if you don't have a way to prove it, you still have a story. Now, I want to know what that story is.
When I meet with your father and find out whether I'm right or not, you'll be the first to know.
That's not good enough. Dad's in danger, Viki's in danger. Why? And why does my dad think that he's the only person who can protect Viki? And what does all of this have to do with Viki's daughter, Clint? Look, I promise you, whatever you say to me, I won't tell anyone.
Sarah, I'm not saying anything. Because if I do, and it turns out I'm wrong, you're going to be the one that ends up getting hurt.
Me? Why me?
A few more days, Sarah. That's all you have to wait.
Fine. Fine. Then, I'll spend them here. And I'll follow you to Landfair, and I'll spend every minute with you till you're finally so sick of me, Clint, you have to tell me.
Sarah, go home.
No, Clint, if you're going to accuse my father of something, I have a right to prepare him for it.
Sarah, look. If it isn't true, he'll deny it. If it is true, he won't be able to deny it. And then you'll know.
Please. Tell me.
I have reason to believe that... Sarah, you might be Vicky's daughter.